What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. I know I've been missing for a long time, and that's my apology. I had to click some on my phone just now, sorry for that. But I know you girl been missing, but I am back and better than ever. And today we're gonna talk about before we get into our topic, do not forget to click that subscribe button down below. Also, when this video is done, if you like my content, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. So let's get into the topic for the day. When do you say enough is enough? Toxic relationships, whether it's family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. When do you say enough is enough? So let's talk about as we get older, growing older, maturing. A lot of habits that we probably did when we were younger, we probably ain't feeling them no more. They become like, why doing this? You have this attitude towards those habits you probably would have done before, and you'd be like, this ain't even making no sense. Why doing this? And that all goes into play, especially with having toxic relationships. A lot of times we be in toxic relationships because I can sit here and act like I've never been in a toxic relationship. We've been in toxic relationships, and we be saying to ourselves, why even putting up with this? Why doing this? Why doing that? And we be telling ourselves, but at least trying to convince ourselves that I really love this person. Yeah, you may love that person, but how much toxicness you willing to put up with, even if that's a word? How much you willing to put up with? When do you say enough is enough? Like, getting older and maturing, let me just speak for me. As I get older, I just tell myself, like, certain stuff I just ain't willing to put up with in relationships, with family, and with friends. A lot of times people like to say, people who cannot keep friends or whatever is the problem. I have friends, but it's just, I can count them on my one hand. I don't have a ton of friends because I like to keep my circle small. I don't like to keep every and anybody in my business. That's just me. You have some people who may have all kind of friends, and then sometimes we use the word friend in the wrong context. We use friend for somebody who probably is an old co-worker, somebody who probably is just an associate, someone who you associate yourself with. We gotta stop using that term friend loosely, and when I think about certain things, especially in relationships, as I grew older and I thought about certain things that I was putting up with in relationships, sometimes it used to make me think like, whoa, like, this what you settling for? It used to make me like, I don't know, scrunch up your face. It used to make me scrunch up my face because it used to make me feel like, wow, I really putting up with this. A lot of times, this is my next point. You do not know your worth. And knowing your worth is so important as a woman, especially, and as a man, because I'm not going to say that men do not have worth, because they do. But as a woman, I'm speaking to my ladies right now, guys. As a woman, know your worth. Seek God. Read His word so you can understand your worth. There's a lot of young girls do not know their worth. Sad to say, and it may be because they grew up in a single parent home where only the mommy was there, and a lot of times people need therapy. Don't let nobody fool you and tell you that black people don't need therapy. Black people do need therapy, because those childhood traumas, those childhood issues spill over into adulthood. Believe me, they do. A lot of times people don't talk about mental health because they think that it does not exist. But let me tell you something. If you have ever battled with dealing with, your mental health declining, that's a really low place. And let's get back on track. But not knowing your worth, you would put up with anything from anybody. And I'm not just meaning in a relationship. And when I used to sit down and think about what I allow some people to do to me, sometimes it used to hurt me inside, because I used to be like, I was desperate. I had to been desperate. That's how I used to be thinking. Like, I really had to been desperate to be putting up with this from so and so. You know, and as you get older and you continue to work on yourself and, you know, your personal development, which is very important. Personal development is important. If y'all want me to make a video on that, I think I did a video on that before. But if y'all want me to go over it again, just let me know down in the comments. Y'all talk to me, you know. Comment so I can know what y'all want me to talk about in my upcoming videos. Personal development is very important as a person, and it all goes back to accountability. People only can do what you allow them to do. People are only going to do what you allow them to do. And when I realized that, I had to start being accountable for what I allowed to happen to me. You just have to think of it like this. How many times you allow people to keep frigging you over? How many times are you gonna allow people to just keep pushing you over, and you're not standing up for yourself? This is our last point. Setting boundaries. I always talk about setting boundaries on my channel, and you don't only have to set boundaries with your family, you do this with your friends and with your partner. You make sure they know that you have boundaries. Let's just say, for example, say you have these family members who like to call you all the time, and you know you have a boundary where sometimes you probably don't want to pick up the phone all the time, because sometimes there may be some negative energy on the next side of the phone call, and I don't want nobody throw their negative energy on me. I don't want nobody put that negative energy on me. So you wouldn't answer the call, you know, and they may be frustrated, and too bad, that's your phone anyway. So I watched this clip of Ace Hood and his mommy and his wife. So his wife has boundaries, and I could understand that, because as women we need boundaries. His wife has boundaries, and her mother-in-law, Ace Hood's mom, think that she can cross those boundaries. Me, I'm not sure if I could deal with an overbearing mother-in-law. I'm not married as yet, but I'm not sure if I could deal with an overbearing mother-in-law. She's strong. She's strong. And in the clip that I watched, the mother-in-law was trying to call the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law didn't pick up, because and she said why she didn't pick up the phone. She said because she has really bad anxiety. If you don't know what that is, go and search it up. But she has really bad anxiety, and you know this, you're dealing with an overbearing mother-in-law, and they, you know, trying to throw that negative energy on you. I could understand why she didn't pick up the phone, and that's a boundary she set. And family members have to understand that. Your partner would have to understand if you set a boundary. Your friends would have to understand. Listen to me. Always do what is best for you. You do what is best for you. Because let me tell you something. People would set boundaries for you to follow, and they don't want to follow the boundaries you set for yourself. That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. But I just wanted to share that with y'all today. When will enough be enough? How much more are you willing to put up with? Talk to me. Talk to me. How much more are you willing to put up with? How much more are you willing to put up with? Man, if you could put up with a couple, you know, probably a year more, 2 years more, man, that's good. But if you had enough, then I hope these points have helped you, so you could understand on what you need to do moving forward. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked my video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to click that subscribe button down below, and thanks for watching my video.